Hi, welcome to this quick video on the new DesignPad reporting tools in GenFEA. So if you haven't already, make sure that you've got the latest update available. It should say at this time, 30 August 2024. But always make sure you've got the latest version because all new features and tools and bug fixes will be implemented in the latest update. So we'll open up an example model here just to demonstrate the new reporting tools. And this model consists of some concrete and steel elements and some plain shell elements, as you can see there in the model. Once the analysis is complete, we'll just rotate the view in a position that we want because we're going to be generating a report from this, and we're also switching to the combination case in this particular example, which is going to be the active case that'll be considered when we generate our report. And if we just switch on deflections there, for example, we can see we've got that combination C1 case active and we can start viewing results. But for the sake of plotting and creating reports, we're just going to increase the symbol size a little bit so we can see things like loads, end releases, and support symbols displayed a little bit larger. Now, instead of the old reporting tool, we are now instead going to DesignPad, and you'll see in DesignPad we now have a report generator and some other new tools. The options are similar to the old reporting tool, although it's been improved a little bit to be more dynamic. And once we hit OK, after setting all our options, it's going to run through and generate the input script for DesignPad. So you don't have to worry about scripting and coding. It does that for you, but it generates a really beautiful output with graphics, tables, values, and summaries of the model output, depending on which components are present, of course, in the model and which options were selected. So this is great. As you can see there, the output really nice, crisp, and clear. And of course, we can hide the coding block or the scripting block, which is mostly sort of a HTML sort of script. So I'm going to show you, if you wanted to jump to a particular part in the script, all you need to do is click on the arrow next to the items on the right hand side, and then it'll take you to the relevant location within the DesignPad script. And we can add components here. So if we wanted to add a heading, all we do is go to the DesignPad tools on the right and we choose the correct item. And in this case, we'll just add a new heading for design, because I'm going to show you how we can leverage DesignMate, the AI assistant, to do preliminary designs based on the templates that we've prepared, which is in the other tutorials if you want to see how those work. And we're going to tell it to actually generate that DesignPad output script for us. So it's doing all the heavy lifting. We don't have to worry about any scripting languages or anything like that. So we're just doing a prime of the model here. We're priming the LLM, which means we're feeding it information for a particular design group in the active load case. We're running the steel beam member verification. This project's based in New Zealand, this example, so it'll default to the New Zealand standards. And then I'm going to interact with the LLM a little bit and just tell it that I actually wanted to assume some values for that lateral torsional buckling capacity, because I didn't really provide in the template all the relevant factors. So I'm just telling it, make some assumption. And then another new tool we've added here is under the miscellaneous design in the ribbon. We've created a new tool that can take the last input or the output from DesignMate and convert that into a DesignPad script. And you're going to see what happens. It's actually now been trained on how to create the DesignPad scripts. And all we do is we copy the output, we go back to DesignPad, and we simply paste it into our output, our design report. If we scroll down, we can see live, units-aware, beautiful outputs, calculations, math equations that are dynamically linked to our design output. And we can adjust these. So again, I'm just click on a link to take me to the relevant line, and I'm going to remove the text part there, for instance, so I can just see the equations. And these are all live, so if we make any changes to those variables, then of course it'll update the equations in the design report also. Now, as you can see, we can also print this. So if we wanted to, let's say, output this as a PDF, we can just click on the print button. This is giving us our print preview. And of course, this will connect to all your current printing devices, whether that's to PDF or whatever format, or to your physical printer. So if I hit the print button, it'll open my default printing device from Windows. we can also export this to Microsoft Word, and you can also send it directly to PDF. However, I do recommend if you do the PDF, use that print feature. Now, we've also added some enhanced features for result plotting. So as you know, in GenFEA, you can right click on any discretized element and choose select chain to select the connecting elements in that chain. And you'll see there's two new options. There is a smooth option, and then there is a levels option. Now at the moment we're looking at deflection Z there, but let's see what happens if we looked at a more complex member comprised of a lot more segments, like the one I've got selected there. So you know by now that GenFEA splits every member into 5 segments, meaning that when we do certain outputs, like the moment as you see there on the screen, the moment Z, then the results may be distorted. But by changing the levels value, we can actually improve that output. So we're reducing those points that it's interpolating, and we can produce a much better output. We can also adjust the smoothing value. So if we wanted to reduce the number of points by clicking on the levels button to just the start and the end, then we can adjust that smooth button to create a smoother fit through those points. So really powerful tools. We hope you enjoy it. Try GenFEA if you haven't yet, and talk to you soon. Bye.